Hi and welcome to MBANow. I'm Rob Van Raphorst. With us this week is David Motley, who is the chairman-elect of MBA. He was in town this week to testify before the House Financial Services Subcommittee on Financial Institutions and Consumer Credit about the state of lending in America. David, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you, Rob. Glad to be here.
So why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about what it was like to testify on Capitol Hill and what you guys talked about?
Well, I talked a lot about the impact of financial regulations and how it's really kind of constricting our ability to serve our customers, particularly at the low income level, which affects primarily, or to a large extent, multicultural borrowers and minorities. And so I was trying to explain to them how just a few tweaks perhaps in the QM rule could allow us to serve more customers.
So why is it important for our members to understand the importance of you testifying on Capitol Hill and advocating on behalf of the industry?
Well, I tell you, Rob, the main thing I think about why it's important for us to tell our story here is because legislators and regulators really don't understand the street level impact of their rules. And so what our job is to try to help them understand that, to bring live examples, to bring real life stories about how we can or cannot help various borrowers who are trying to get into housing.
Yeah, and I know you've testified before, but can you explain what it's actually like? What's it feel like to testify before a committee like that?
It's really kind of, it's exciting.
Right.
It's a little unnerving. You've got all of these aides that are walking around behind senators or representatives, as the case may be, and they're passing them questions, or they're talking about some other meeting. So there's a lot of activity that's going on while they're asking questions, and meanwhile you're trying to make sure you're understanding the question. If you can hear them, they're always putting their hand up here in front of their face like that. So it's a little bit hard to even understand the question sometimes. So you got to listen intently. You try to make sure that you're answering exactly answering the question that they're asking, and then make sure that you're sort of on script, if you will, about the message we're trying to get across.
Yeah, and you're testifying on the record, so it's obviously important to be accurate as well. Thanks so much for coming by and explaining why you were in Washington to testify, and really its importance. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely, Rob. Thank you.
Thanks. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at MBA Mortgage, or check out Mortgage Bankers Association on Facebook and Instagram.